The NBA's decision regarding Warriors player Draymond Green has sparked controversy and conversation among fans and analysts alike. The NBA has lifted the suspension on Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green, who had been serving a penalty for striking his teammate, center James Wiseman, last month. Green missed 12 games during his suspension. Sources familiar with the situation have informed ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski that Green is expected to take about a week to prepare before returning to the court. He is anticipated to rejoin the team on Sunday, marking his first appearance since his suspension began on December 14th. Green's suspension was initially announced as indefinite, pending his completion of certain requirements aimed at demonstrating his commitment to meeting the conduct standards expected of NBA players. A league news release on Saturday revealed that Green had engaged in sessions with a counselor and met with representatives from the Warriors, NBA, and the NBA Players Association. These meetings are set to continue throughout the season. While serving the suspension, Green incurred a financial loss of just under $2 million. However, his absence from play saved the Golden State Warriors nearly $9 million in their projected luxury tax bill, as reported by ESPN's Bobby Marks. The NBA has made a decision regarding the status of Golden State Warriors player Draymond Green after a 12-game absence. Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green has been reinstated by the NBA after serving a 12-game suspension. The league announced that Green has undergone counseling and fulfilled other league and team conditions before his reinstatement. He is expected to need about a week of preparation before returning to game action. Green, who was suspended for striking a fellow player, has been engaged in meetings with a counselor, the NBA, the Warriors, and the National Basketball Players Association throughout the season. The NBA's proposed path towards reinstatement centered around counseling following a series of on-court incidents involving Green, to which the Golden State Warriors agreed. The suspension was a result of an outburst during a game, but it was seen as part of a broader issue that Green needed to address in his life, according to Warriors coach Steve Kerr. During Green's absence, the Warriors went 7-5, and the team saved nearly $9 million on their projected luxury tax bill. The Warriors have a 10-10 record this season when Green hasn't been available due to injury or suspension, and are 7-8 in the 15 games he played. Green will return to the Warriors' practice facility on Sunday after being away from the team and is set to participate in a week of preparation before returning to the court. In today's segment, we dive into the diverging paths of two prominent cities' sports teams. The Los Angeles Clippers and the Lakers will face off this Sunday, each team heading in opposite directions. The Clippers have been on a winning spree, with a 5-game winning streak and holding the best record in the NBA since December 1st. On the other hand, the Lakers have experienced a 4-game losing streak and fallen outside the NBA play-in standings. In their initial encounter this season in November, the Lakers clinched an overtime victory against the Clippers, snapping an 11-game losing streak against their intra-city rivals. The Lakers' downward trend has seen them hovering just 1 game below 500, in stark contrast to their earlier success as inaugural in-season tournament winners in December. The Lakers' star players, Davis and James, have been delivering strong individual performances, with Davis averaging 25.3 points, 12.3 rebounds, and 2.6 blocks, while James has averaged 25.2 points, 7.4 assists, and 7.3 rebounds per game. However, their efforts have not translated into consistent victories. Meanwhile, the Clippers have gained momentum, particularly with the presence of George and Leonard in the lineup, boasting a 14-3 record when the duo take the court together. Leonard's exceptional performance stands out as he became the first player in NBA history to shoot 60% from the field, 50% from the three-point line, and 90% from the free throw line over a 13-game span between November 29th and January 3rd. George's scoring consistency is evident with at least 20 points in 9 consecutive games. Offensively, the Lakers have struggled, with a 111.2 offensive efficiency since December 15th, ranking 26th in the NBA. Their 35% shooting from deep during this period ranks 24th in the league. Conversely, the Clippers have witnessed an offensive surge, leading in three-point shooting with 40.8% and ranking second in field goal percentage with 51.5% since December 1st. This remarkable performance has seen the Clippers find success since a lineup change on November 17th, particularly when Harden, George, and Leonard share the court, outscoring opponents by 143 points as a trio. Overall, the Clippers head into the matchup in a dominant position, with significant offensive prowess and a strong winning streak, while the Lakers face a challenging period of inconsistency and need to reestablish their winning form. Coming up next, we'll discuss Jokic's game-winning shot and his thoughts on the crucial moment. The Denver Nuggets secured a 130-127 victory over the Golden State Warriors with a remarkable game-winning shot from Nikola Jokic as the clock wound down. The Nuggets had to mount a staggering comeback as they trailed by 18 points heading into the fourth quarter. Jokic's heroics, combined with a strong defensive showing, helped the Nuggets complete a 25-4 run in the final 6:45 of the game. Jokic's 39-foot, buzzer-beating three-pointer, which he casually banked in, marked the climax of a stellar performance, as he finished with 34 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds. Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray also made significant contributions, scoring 30 and 25 points respectively. Despite a dominant third-quarter display from the Warriors, during which they outscored the Nuggets 44-24 and held an 18-point lead, the Nuggets maintained a positive mindset. Coach Michael Malone emphasized the team's resilience in weathering the Warriors' onslaught and praised their ability to bounce back and dictate the game's tempo when it mattered most. Jokic highlighted the defensive performance in the final quarter as a game-changer, with the Nuggets limiting the Warriors to just 4 points. The pivotal defensive play came from Jamal Murray, who intercepted a pass from Warriors guard Stephen Curry, setting the stage for Jokic's epic game winner. Malone acknowledged that the last-second heroics were less about strategic design and more about a great player making a great play. He lauded Jokic's composure and ability to rise to the occasion, emphasizing the joy of witnessing a player of his caliber delivering in clutch moments. The remarkable comeback victory against a formidable opponent showcased the Nuggets' grit and resilience, cementing their status as a formidable force in the NBA. In sports news, a thrilling showdown between two heavyweight contenders has left fans buzzing. In a thrilling showdown between the Milwaukee Bucks and the San Antonio Spurs on Thursday night, basketball fans witnessed an epic battle between two outstanding players, Giannis Antetokounmpo and 17-year-old rookie Victor Wembanyama. The game concluded with the Bucks clinching a 125-121 victory, but the highlight of the night was the mesmerizing duel between Antetokounmpo and Wembanyama. Antetokounmpo showcased his brilliance with an impressive performance, scoring 44 points, securing 14 rebounds, and providing 7 assists in 39 minutes of play. On the other end, Wembanyama, showing maturity beyond his years, delivered 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 blocks in 26 minutes. The clash saw both players unleashing extraordinary plays, electrifying the audience with their exceptional skills and competitive spirit. Spurs forward Keita Bates-Diop attempted a game-saving corner three-pointer, but the shot fell short, sealing the victory for the Bucks. Despite the loss, Wembanyama expressed optimism, believing that the team's strong performance against a championship contender could provide a boost for San Antonio in future games. Spurs forward Keldon Johnson also acknowledged Wembanyama's standout performance, praising his fearless attitude and contribution to the competitive energy of the game. Antetokounmpo, acknowledging Wembanyama's potential, lauded the young player's skills and expressed his admiration for the rookie's approach to the game. The Bucks head coach, Adrian Griffin, echoed similar sentiments, describing the showdown between Antetokounmpo and Wembanyama as a joy to watch and coach. Wembanyama's fearless approach and stellar performance against seasoned players like Antetokounmpo left a lasting impression. Despite the loss, Wembanyama's display of talent and determination left an indelible mark on the game, earning praise from teammates, opponents, and basketball enthusiasts alike. Coming up next, a perfect fit, what the Knicks' latest OG Anunoby deal means for trade deadline plans. The New York Knicks faced the daunting task of containing Minnesota Timberwolves' Anthony Edwards, a bright young star in the NBA. However, the Knicks had a new secret weapon in their midst, the newly acquired OG Anunoby. Anunoby's defensive prowess was on full display as he stifled Edwards and even contributed offensively with a remarkable three-pointer. Anunoby's impact on the Knicks goes beyond flashy statistics, as it is his defensive skills that have drawn praise from teammates and coach Tom Thibodeau. His ability to guard multiple positions and his defensive versatility are seen as valuable assets for the Knicks, particularly with the team's aspirations to contend in the Eastern Conference. However, Anunoby's arrival also signified changes within the Knicks roster. The departure of Immanuel Quickley, a talented guard, has left voids in the team's lineup and rotation, prompting the Knicks to explore options for shoring up their backup center and adding more scoring options off the bench. Despite these changes, the Knicks are not done making moves. With a bevy of first-round picks and expiring contracts, the Knicks are primed to be active in the lead-up to the trade deadline, with the goal of bolstering their chances for a deep playoff run. While the pursuit of a franchise-changing star remains a possibility, the Knicks have also demonstrated a penchant for making incremental improvements, as evident in their acquisitions over the past year. As the NBA trade deadline approaches, both the Knicks and other teams, including the Toronto Raptors, are expected to be proactive in seeking potential trades. With several teams vying for playoff contention, the trade landscape is likely to heat up as teams look to make strategic moves to enhance their postseason prospects. The dynamics of the NBA trade market and the potential for significant player movement add an element of anticipation to the upcoming trade deadline. While a flurry of trade activity typically occurs in February, the Anunoby acquisition has already proven to be a significant move for the Knicks, indicating the team's proactive approach in strengthening its roster. NBA superstar LeBron James expresses frustration after recent losing streak. The Los Angeles Lakers' hope of a home court advantage leading to a revival was crushed on Friday night as the Memphis Grizzlies dominated the fourth quarter, winning 127-113. The Lakers have now suffered 4 consecutive losses, leaving them with a 17-19 record and out of contention for the play-in tournament in the Western Conference. Despite LeBron James scoring 32 points, the team's struggles have continued, winning only 3 out of 13 games since their tournament victory in Las Vegas. LeBron James candidly admitted, we just suck right now. The team's championship success in the in-season tournament seems to have been overestimated, with James emphasizing that it was only 2 games and should not be overstated in assessing the season. While the team and coach Darvin Ham resist overreacting to the recent losses and emphasize the need to maintain resilience, the reality remains that the Lakers are facing an uphill battle. The Memphis Grizzlies' impressive performance, with 4 players scoring 20 or more points and a season-high 23 three-pointers, dealt a significant blow to the Lakers. Despite having a home-heavy schedule in January, the Lakers have struggled to capitalize on their home advantage, losing both games played at the Crypto.com Arena so far. With a challenging game against the LA Clippers approaching, the team recognizes the urgency of turning their performance around. Anthony Davis stressed the need for introspection within the team, urging each member to evaluate their individual contributions and make the necessary changes to improve the team's overall performance. As the Lakers continue to struggle, their upcoming games will be pivotal in determining their trajectory for the rest of the season. The Los Angeles Lakers general manager addresses ongoing speculation about his position with a confident statement. Los Angeles Lakers coach Darvin Ham addressed speculation about his job status amid a 3-game losing skid, insisting he has the support of the franchise's decision-makers. Ham emphasized the backing of team governor Jeannie Buss and President Robert Pelinka. Dismissing reports of a disconnect with the locker room, Ham expressed discontent with the nature of anonymous sourcing, likening it to 60 Minutes reporting on the mafia. Despite the Lakers' recent struggles and injuries affecting key players, Ham remains resolute, stating he is focused on improving and maintaining a winning mentality. The coach acknowledged the need for internal reflection while recognizing the impact of injuries in professional sports. As the Lakers navigate a challenging stretch of home games, Ham stressed the importance of remaining positive and cultivating a winning mentality to address and overcome the team's ongoing challenges. Tonight, we have an update on Luka's status for the upcoming game against the Trailblazers. Dallas Mavericks superstar Luka Doncic was unable to play in Friday night's game against the Philadelphia 76ers due to swelling in his right ankle. Before the game, Doncic was listed as questionable, but he was ultimately ruled out. Mavs coach Jason Kidd mentioned that Doncic is receiving treatment and his status is being evaluated day by day. The team faced additional setbacks with starters Kristaps Porzingis and Reggie Bullock out due to heel and ankle injuries, respectively, along with reserves Maxi Kleber dealing with a toe injury and Josh Green absent for personal reasons. Doncic, who has been averaging an impressive 33.7 points, 8.3 rebounds, and 9.3 assists per game this season, has also been managing lingering soreness in his left quadriceps, causing him to miss a recent game during a back-to-back series. In sports news, there's a major setback for a prominent athlete as CP3 fractures his hand and is scheduled for surgery next week. The Golden State Warriors are dealing with a significant blow as guard Chris Paul has fractured his left hand and is set to undergo surgery next week, the team revealed on Friday night. The injury occurred during the third quarter of the Warriors' recent 113-109 victory, and there is currently no specified timeline for his return to the court. Coach Steve Kerr expressed empathy for Paul, noting his previous hand surgeries and expressing concern for the player. With Paul out of action, the team will look to other players to step up, including significant reliance on the likes of Jordan Poole and Moses Moody. Paul, who has a history of hand injuries, had been averaging 9 points and 7.3 assists in just under 28 minutes per game before this setback. His absence will also prompt the team to further rely on the contributions of other guards, including Jordan Poole and Moses Moody, who is set to see more